This podcast is brought to you in part by ChoiceRealtyConnect.com. Whether you're buying or selling home, condo, or any type of property, trust Amanda to help match you with up to 3 top agents in your area. ChoiceRealtyConnect.com. Hey, all you rock stars from Washington, D.C. This is the Rock on the Money Podcast, episode 124. Time to talk about your saving, investing, and protecting all those hard-earned monies. We're here to coach you along the path to retirement and financial independence. I'm Craig, your Dave Ramsey Master Financial Coach. Along with Amanda, she is a corporate in-house lawyer and real estate referral agent, and we're so grateful you've joined us. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/rockonthemoney or the website at rockonthemoney.com. How are you?
What am I?
You are a corporate in-house lawyer.
You're like, what is she again?
She's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
She's the pillar of the podcast. How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm peachy. Thank you for asking. Very busy. And I love the weather is getting better too. This is my time of year.
Yes,
I'm loving
it's still nice here in Florida.
Basically no heat yet.
No, not yet.
Gotcha.
Well, I mean, it's warm, but the humidity hasn't come back yet.
Matter of fact, I did a property inspection the other day. It was Miami.
Oh, yeah.
Inspecting a hotel on the beach, and they kept showing the beach. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
I miss all that down there. So beautiful down there. Hey, what are we doing this podcast?
We have a number of social media questions, runs the gamut of topics.
Well, let's get to number one. My daughter, 19 years old, she works and goes to college. She received her stimulus check.
Nice.
She wants to put...
They finally included the college kids in the stimulus check.
Yeah, they didn't do that initially, did they? No.
Mm-mm.
Now, if they were dependent, they left them out. She wants to put the money in some place that will start to make money. So what advice would you have for this parent and their 19-year-old?
Well, so it depends on what the purpose of the money is for. So if you want the money to grow for retirement, then obviously the easy step is to put it into a Roth IRA and have it grow for retirement. If you want to use it for college or education expenses, then a 529 would be where you put it. But the stock market is basically where you want to put it. It just depends on what vessel you want to hold it in for that type of investing.
There you go. Stock market is a place to be. And we always coach index funds before anything.
Right.
As your core. And then like 80, 90% index funds, and then go above that for other things if you want to diversify. But the core has got to be. But people don't like that because it's slow and steady. But you know what? It does. I don't like to use words hedge, but it is kind of a safety thing to do that because you're diversifying across 500 companies.
Right.
The best.
And it certainly
of the best.
grows faster than target date funds.
Oh, it grows faster than 70% of all the other funds out there. Mutual funds, which are diversified. So, and you don't want to do single stocks or even 2 or 3. You want to diversify those as well. But yeah, you know what? I saw a video yesterday of Warren Buffett being interviewed by Becky Quick of CNBC. And it was a little quick snippet about index funds because he's a big believer in index funds. He believes everybody, and I do too, everybody should just be in index funds and quit screwing around with all this other stuff. I'm the same way. But he was saying he bought his first stock in 1941, I want to say.
Okay.
41. And he said if he took $10,000 and put it into an index fund in 1941, how much, Amanda, do you think, with no other contributions, how much would that $10,000 be worth today?
Oh, I have no idea.
$51 million.
Wow.
$10,000. And how many years is that? That's
like 80.
80 years. $51 million 80 years later. And remember, it's 500 of the best companies. It always changes. It always changes. Whatever the 500 best companies in America are. So if you bet on America, you will win, is basically what you're doing. So,
well, and part of the magic here is this rule of 72.
Yes. The average return divided into 72 will tell you how many years it takes to double your money. And we're also not including all of the dividends of all those stocks are in there. I mean, it's a lot that just keeps churning. It's
and not
amazing.
Just how many years to double, but how often it'll double.
Oh, my goodness. And right now, it's doubling faster than normal. But we're also going to have some down years too, but the long-term average is 8 to 10%.
Right.
It's going to be interesting over the next 10 years because
So if you have an 8% average return, then every 9 years your balance will double.
Right, on average over long term. That's amazing. And if you keep contributing, you're just actually accelerating the whole thing. That's not doing anything, Amanda. That's where that 9 years is. Now, if I'm contributing, you're actually accelerating. You can get that down to 6, 7 years. So it's crazy. Trust me. Trust me, Amanda. It's amazing. It boggles your mind, doesn't it?
And my man.
And your man. Yeah. Your whole household. And your dog probably too. Roscoe probably is totally impressed.
We're all boggled.
Everybody's boggled. Question number 2. What should we do when someone we know is about to make a huge financial mistake? Ooh.
Well, it depends.
Good old lawyer speak. Yeah. What does it depend?
It depends. So what is your relationship with this person you know?
Good point. Good point.
Is it a Facebook friend? Then you should just kind of keep your thoughts to yourself unless you're asked for advice. Because that's the worst thing I see on Facebook is all this unsolicited opinion, right?
Or your good friend just, like this afternoon. They bought a car. And next thing you know, you see them they bought a brand new car, which we're going to talk about later. And then you're like, do you go in there and say, oh, you should have bought a 2-3-year-old used? But no, they bought a brand new, like Yukon, brand new off the lot. What are you going to say? You're going to say, oh, nice. Congratulations. Or are you going to actually, So,
no, I say congratulations.
Yeah, I do too. I'm like, you idiot.
Unsolicited advice and opinions are generally not welcome. Now, if it's your own child, that's really hard, right? Like your responsibility as a parent is to guide them on decision-making process. But again, if they're an adult child, unsolicited advice and opinion is not generally welcome. I'm with you on that. If it's my kids, I'm jumping in and I'm going to show them why. But yeah, it's all day long on Facebook. It's all day. I see. It's really hard if it's like your children or your parents, something like that. That's really difficult. So a kind conversation maybe, but you're going to have to just, at most, broach it gently and then let it go. It's not your life. Let me flip this just slightly because this happens to me almost every other day. Someone will send me a DM and ask me a question. And it is definitely a huge financial mistake what they're going to do. Then I tell them, this is what we coach. And then they want to argue with me. Right. And then I'm like, look, this is what we coach. I don't have time to discuss it. This is what we do. You're not going to get me to answer any other way. That's a great point. Some people, so I said a number of times, unsolicited advice and opinions are not welcome. But oftentimes, even solicited advice and opinions are not welcome. No, they're not. They want me to do what, as you call it? They want me to validate it. Validate, yes. They want me to validate poor decisions. They're looking for someone who they see in, a position of knowledge to validate their poor decision. And then they want to justify it with stuff they found on the internet that they found, because you can find anything you want on the internet. You can find what you want to see. Right. But I'm going to tell you the financial 101 answer, and I'm not going to change that. No. Yep. So anyway. Interesting. Yeah, it's an interesting conversation, actually. Question number 3. When it comes to medical bills, when you receive a bill due after insurance has been applied, do you pay the amount due or you try to negotiate it? Now, Amanda, you are the queen of negotiation. Yeah, but you're a queen of negotiation. Right. Yeah, but I'm in a very fortunate position where, my husband's active duty and all of our medical bills are 100% covered. So there you go. Yeah, I don't have any copays or bills due, fortunately, unless I do something that's not covered by insurance, right? You are in a great situation, by the way. That's a great benefit. Yes, I agree. But so generally speaking, you can negotiate after the bills have been paid by the insurance company. You definitely can negotiate it. And one of the tools that's out there, so first of all, you're going to call and speak to the financing department at wherever you're getting billed from. Mm-hmm. Number one, make sure you ask for an itemized bill. They found that 25% of bills have errors on them. So ask for an itemized bill, not just the summary of, oh, yes, it's for this surgery. No, it has to have an itemized every single line item, making sure that you're not getting double billed, making sure that it's something you actually received, all those types of things. So make sure that is accurate. Then you're going to want to talk to them, and don't expect to be successful the first time, because these departments are trained and expect people to attempt to negotiate, and their job is to not negotiate.
Yeah, exactly.
So don't expect to be successful at first, but there's great resources out there. There's this website called healthcarebluebook.com that will give you what are considered fair prices for medical procedures and treatments.
Nice.
So if you know that a knee replacement should cost you, a fair price is like, I don't know, $34,000, and I'm just throwing this out there, I'm not looking at it, then if you're getting billed $85,000 for it, you know that there's room to negotiate.
There you go. Nice. All right, let's take a quick break, and we got 3 great questions coming up, Amanda, and we'll see what people want. You're listening to Rock on the Money.
Hey there, rock stars. Amanda here with ChoiceRealtyConnect.com. Are you about to sell your home or excited to buy your first or next home? I'll be honored to help you find an expert to work with you in your local area. At ChoiceRealtyConnect.com, I'll help match you with up to 3 qualified licensed agents that specialize in your specific market. Choice Realty Connect serves every zip code in all 50 states with a network of 15,000 top-rated agents that are ranked within the top 5% for sales. Whether you're selling or looking for a condo, new construction, retreat, vacation property, or you're a first-time home buyer, let me connect you with the perfect top agent today. ChoiceRealtyConnect.com. The choice is yours.
Amanda Braun is a Florida licensed real estate with a brokerage Realty Connect.
Rockland, USA.
Welcome back to Rock on Money with Amanda and Craig. You check us out on Facebook. Facebook.com/Rock on the Money is our page. And we do have a group with that as well.
So, do we?
Oh, we do. I need to get more of them on the page, because we are now authorized to possibly now have supporters and get stars in the future, but we need to have more traffic on that page. But can you imagine we can actually get people to be supporters of this project?
I can't imagine, because you've been saying this forever and it still hasn't happened.
Yeah, well, we're now authorized to have it, but the thing is we have to do like video content, and we got to get people, like I got to do some live streams.
Oh,
But
okay.
whenever I do a live stream, I can't get the people from the group over there.
Oh,
But if they come over there and then we rack up some certain number, key metrics, we can actually get supporters and stuff like that. And maybe we will not lose money doing this for all this great advice we're giving. Wouldn't that be nice?
Would be
one
cool.
day? Yeah. I just found that out the other day, so that's kind of cool. So I'm going to see what I can do about that. All right. Question number 4. You ready for this?
okay. Mm-hmm.
There's a little bit to this. Let's see if I can read this
Oh,
properly.
I see. It's multiple choice.
Oh, it's a multiple. Okay. Yeah. All right. Everybody at home, let's play this game at home. It is a multiple choice question. All right. Here, question number 4. Need advice, please. I worked hard to get to baby step 6, purchasing my first home last year. During COVID, I took a financial hit and had to dip into my savings, undoing step 3. My question is this. I have a year left to pay on my car. What is the best option? Anybody who knows the baby steps should be laughing right now. No,
Yeah.
no disrespect to the person, but yeah, they're a little confused on their baby steps. So here
You are not in step 6. You're not even in step 3.
all right. So here are the options that they want us to pick from, and then we can tell them the option they want. They want to A, refinance the car for smaller payments and use the extra money to rebuild step 3. Wrong answer. Number B, pay off the car.
Craig, people can't play it along at home if you're already saying it's the wrong answer.
Okay. Here's number A. Here's first option that they want us to decide on. Refinance the car for smaller payments and use the extra money to rebuild step 3. Or option B, pay off the car and revisit step 3 at a later date. Or C, another option I may not be seeing. Which one would you like to go with, Amanda?
Well, this is a really easy one. This is option B. So again, this person's very confused on what the baby steps are and is kind of doing their own interpretation. It's like interpretive dance, right?
Which is also known as Dave-ish. If you want to do Dave
sure
Ramsey.
This is Dave-ish at this point.
Yeah, we're not even Dave-ish. You're right. We're all over the place.
You can call yourself step 6 if you're all the way back in 2.
Yeah. We're not even doing the baby steps at this point. So
you're not doing them at all. Not even close to ish.
I bet you could greatly simplify this, Amanda. I mean, this is pretty easy. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're in baby step 2. If you have a car payment at all, you're in baby step 2. That's debt.
Right.
And step 2 is paying off all of your debt except your mortgage. That is the only exception we make.
That's it.
Not car payments, not student loans, not whatever you've been trained to think is good debt.
Right.
No, everything. It's not just credit cards. It's all debt except your mortgage.
There you go.
If you owe grandma $200 because you borrowed from her for something, that's debt.
There you go. So step 1, baby step 1, just quick recap, just super quick. Baby step 1 is your initial $1,000 starter emergency fund. Step 2 is, like you said, it's all your debt excluding your mortgage.
Including your car payment.
Car payment is called a debt. There you go. Step 3 is you got to do your 3 to 6 months of expenses as an emergency fund. Then step 4, you do your 401k, IRA, blah, blah, blah. Step 5, if you choose to, is saving for college, with whatever your plan is for college, paying your college for your kids, whatever. And then step 6 is paying off your mortgage. So just follow the baby steps and you can easily answer this question.
Yes.
There you go. Good job, Amanda. I know it was a tough one for you.
That was hard, yeah.
It was tough, yeah. Question number 5. And we're recording this in the morning, guys, so that was really good, Amanda. You're on your toes. Number 5, just heard at my work, they offer a Roth 457B. If I get a workplace Roth, am I still allowed to contribute the max to my Roth IRA since I meet the income requirements?
Yes, 100% yes. And this, I'm really glad this question came up because I see this confusion all the time.
Yes.
So definitely take advantage of both accounts and the limits. This is where it gets really confusing. Some people think, oh, I'm limited to 19,500 Roth contribution in my 457B. And since it has the word Roth, that must mean I also I'm capped out from all Roth contributions. Right. And that's not true. You can do 19,500 in an employer sponsored plan and then $6,000 in your individual plan.
There you go. Easy answer.
Yeah, as long as you're meeting the income requirements. And I'm really glad this person's aware of that.
I love that they want to do 2 accounts too. I love that.
Do it.
Yeah, you're doing basic financial literacy of doing your 401. For everyone out there, a 457 is a government version of a 401k.
Yeah, so what you do have to be careful of, though, is if let's say you're working multiple jobs, like someone I know on this podcast.
Yeah, I don't know who this other guy is. So
if you're working multiple jobs and both of those jobs offer you an employer-sponsored plan, then you can't do 19,500 in each of those and double your limit. You're limited per year to a total of 19,500 across those employer-sponsored plans.
However, when I run for president, I'm going to add that so people can do that because I think that would be amazing. You should be able to do as many 401ks as you can and max them all out.
Yeah.
No, they don't want to let you do that.
Yeah, so at that point, it makes most sense just to do one plan and keep things simple and keep it in one place.
I don't know 401ks and stuff enough to know why there is a limit. If people want to save $50,000 in a 401k, why can't we do that?
Well, the intention is to not give the super wealthy even more of an advantage.
Oh, for Pete. See, that's not right. I mean, if you can save, let people save. But anyway.
Yeah, and that's why there's income limits as well, which, part of that is, well, if there's income limits, by definition, it's really difficult for people at that income to save up to the maximum 19,500, right?
Right, yeah.
Because that's a big percentage of your paycheck. Right.
But if you have the ability to save more, I mean,
yeah.
It's just wacky. I get it. I mean,
or
that's
if you reduce all your expenses such to a point that you're saving the majority of your income. Yeah,
it is a deep conversation, but it is political. It's just, come on. Anyway, question number 6. What do you all think about taking $100,000 from my 401k? I'm not done with the question, Amanda. And using it
because I'm choking on vomit already.
and using it on a down payment on a new home, provided I pay it back as soon as my house I own now sells. So basically, they want to take the money out to take care of the other house, but when they sell their existing home, they're going to put it back.
I see. First of all, did they actually put in writing y'all?
Yes, it does say y'all, and I'm not good with that because I'm in the Maryland area. I have to go over to West Virginia. Wait a minute.
I get it when people talk like it, but I just think it's funny when they actually write like that too.
They actually type it that way. I'm like, how do you even make your phone do that? Kids these days, you whippersnappers out there. Y'all.
Okay. All right. So my knee-jerk reaction tempered a bit when you got to the second half of the sentence.
Yeah.
And now I'm a little bit torn.
Well, here's what I don't like. Can I just say what I don't like?
Yeah.
I don't like the fact that they took money out of 401k and they have it. Because now they have it, and now they have a personal responsibility to put something back. And that's if they sell and have the profit to be able to put it back. I don't know that case. I don't like the fact that we're doing something with a 401k at all. Because once studies have shown, I don't have the exact numbers, but I've heard this on the Clark Howard podcast. When people go from one job to another and then they can transfer their money to the other employer, one option is you actually get the check sent to you and then you have to go redeposit it. The fact that for some reason, the psychology, you have the money in your hand, you'll tend to want to take a little bit of that before you put the rest of it over. So you end up keeping some of it. Apparently, it sounds easy that I'm going to do this. And if you're disciplined enough to do it, okay, I may be okay with it. I don't like the fact that you have the money in your hand because studies have shown, and I don't have the exact numbers, I can go find it for the future podcast, that it sounds good on paper, but when people have the money and that flashy commercial comes up for that Yukon on TV, people will tend to want to use it for something else. Or, well, I'm going to just buy this and I'll put the rest of it in there and I'll just pay the tax on that.
Well, let's assume that this person's super disciplined and this is exactly what's going to happen. I think there are still a number of things to watch out for.
Okay. I agree.
So one, your contributions to your 401k, are they traditional or are they Roth? Because it makes a difference when you go to try and do a withdrawal. If you've been contributing Roth dollars, then you can withdraw the $100,000 if that's how much you've contributed.
Right.
So it has to be from your contributions bucket, not from any type of gains. Then you can withdraw that without paying penalty on it. If it's traditional money, then you're subject to this 59.5 rule, where if you take any withdrawals before you're 59.5 years old for any reason, I know there are exceptions. Just go with me on this. But for any reason, it's not you're not a first-time home buyer, so you don't have that exception. Obviously you're selling a house, so this isn't your first house.
Right.
So that's something to watch out for is what type of 401k do you have and how much money have you contributed to it? Because that's going to play into whether or not you have to pay taxes and penalties.
Absolutely.
So that's one. The other is, as Craig mentioned, what type of money are you going to get from selling your current house? Now, right now it is a seller's market, so you may be good. I wouldn't normally be okay with this plan, but in this housing market, it may be your best. It may be one of your few options, right?
Right.
Because you have to be competitive as a buyer, and having any type of contingency to sell your own house in order to close on when you're buying just isn't going to fly. No one's going to accept that offer right now.
And they said new home, so it could be like a 4 to 6 month. They have to get the down payment down before they can get the construction going and sign papers. I'm assuming it's a brand new build.
Oh, I'm not making that assumption. People call different houses that they buy new.
Well, you're the realtor. I'm just, for me, I'd like, it's a new stick build.
It's a new to me type thing, usually.
Okay, gotcha. But you're right.
But in either case, it doesn't matter if that's what you need. If that's your only option to have the money for the down payment to make a competitive offer, and you're a very super disciplined person, and you're able to withdraw it without taxes and penalties because that's at least how much you've contributed to a Roth plan, then maybe.
There, that gives you something to think about. Yeah, normally that would be a hard no. But you're right.
Normally it would be a hard no.
The part you brought up about the hot housing market, I mean, there are houses on my street. I never saw a sale sign go up. All of a sudden, there's a moving van.
Yeah.
And they're selling them so quick. They don't even dig the hole in the front to put the sign in. No, I'm literally, I mean, my neighbors across the street, there's a view. I'm like, where are they going? I went on to Zillow. It said it was sold like a week ago. I'm like, there was never a sign out there.
Yeah.
And they moved down the street because they have they have an in-law living with them. They need a bigger house. So they sold it that fast. There's another one. I mean, I went on Zillow like, oh man, I started assuming everything. Oh no foreclosures. No, they just sold it.
Yeah. I mean, I hope this market stays hot for the next 10 months or so because I'll be selling.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You're leaving me for Germany.
Well, let's hope so. We'll see.
I'm still in therapy over this. I'm like,
it's a bit premature, Craig. I don't know where I'm going.
Okay. And I'm not allowed to put in negative vibes or whatever you said anyway. So yes, I'm all for it.
Okay.
But secretly, I'm not. All right. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you, Amanda, for your time. That was a good one. Thank you. You can find Amanda on Instagram and Twitter at Agile Amanda. And you can find me on all of your favorite social media platforms at Rockland USA. Don't forget to check out the website and subscribe to the podcast. All the links are right there on the front page, rockonthemoney.com. Please subscribe and leave comments to our podcast on Apple, Google, Spotify, or even your favorite app that you got right there on your phone. Those help us out a lot. If you're ever looking for a specific topic or content that we've produced over time, just go to the website and in the search bar, just type in your topic, be it 401k, stimulus check, or anything, and everything comes right up for you. We have so much gratitude that you've taken the time out of your day to listen to our podcast while you're walking, driving, traveling, or whatever you're doing. Please send us an email. Let us know how you're doing out there. Podcast at rocklandusa.com. So long, everybody. Thank you very much again. We'll see you again next time.
America's Rockland USA.
All opinions expressed by the host are solely their own and do not reflect the views of any company, affiliates, or advertisers. Investments or strategies mentioned in the show may not be suitable for you. Before acting on any information in the show, you should consider whether it is suitable for your particular circumstances and strongly consider seeking advice from your own financial or investment advisor.